Hello and welcome to Kate and Kat's podcast. We run our podcast a little differently than most. Our podcasts are completely spirit-led, and we never know who we're going to have on or what's going to come up to heal. Every episode is a new adventure where we walk people through healing anything from spirit guides, past lives, to inner child work, how the energies and trauma affect the mechanical workings of our physical bodies, and exploring time, space, and dimensions and how it's all happening now. This podcast is for beginners and experts alike. This can be considered explicit content to some, as we do not edit ourselves. Sometimes deep trauma work comes up unexpectedly. And also, we cuss like sailors.
On this episode of Kate and Kat Live, we had a little talkie talk, if you will, a discussion on the topic of weight and how your body works with it individually. Kate and I have healed so much around food, thoughts of eating habits, mentality that affects how our bodies break nutrients down, all of the things. So this topic was very easy for us to go into. We hope these perspectives help you along your weight and body relationships. Without further ado, if you love bad bitches, and that's your fucking problem, on with the podcast.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, guys. All right. So, hello. Hi. All right. Hey, guys.
I clicked on your face and it took me into some random guy's live, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. And I left.
Don't nobody look at me. That's fucking crazy. Well, glad you made it.
Yes.
Hey, guys. We're doing a discussion topic, and it is weight and how your body works with it individually, which was a group monthly healing
Last month.
Yeah. And now it is going to be a discussion topic.
We started going into it last month also during a live because someone needed help with something that they were trying to work on, and we ended up talking about it for like 15 minutes, and we're like, maybe this needs to be a discussion topic. So that's what we're doing.
Hell yeah. So it seems like there's a lot of different things we could go into. Like, actually, I want to do clean-offs about it really quick. I'm needing to do clean-offs. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. Please remove all magic and mirages from all this. Please remove all trauma, bias, and agenda from all this, whether for myself or anyone else. The cleanups and clean-offs. Kate's baklava healings, Kat's tanning liver healings, and Kate's sorting foam healings to all this.
My stripes are starting to blend and just become all blue.
Oh, hey, all blue.
Okay.
I want my water. So, weight can be a sensitive topic for a lot of people. I know in previous generations, it used to not be okay, but then in generations before that, it was okay. And it just like flip-flopped so much that it's not really consistent. But either way, it's incorrect. Like, I don't know, so many people talk about how to gain or lose or what works for them and what doesn't, and it's not consistent across the board.
No, yeah, like at one point in time, red M&Ms gave you cancer, and then after that, you weren't supposed to eat any red meat whatsoever. You know, red meat was bad for you, and then they did the Atkins diet to get rid of grains and all of that stuff, and then and then there was the gluten intolerant stuff that happened in people's bodies, and like I don't know, it's changed so much.
It's very odd, I guess.
And also, if you were to go to the beach and you literally looked at every single person on the beach, you would not find one body type that was exactly the same.
even the thin or fit or wide, none of them have the same body type. Not one person does. And so it's really odd that they would have like a generic across the board kind of thing for what is healthy for a human. Like, that's weird.
It's really odd too, because every time I would stop eating, something different would happen to my body. Like first, it was I just didn't have periods, and then like I couldn't stand up straight without yawning, and the next time was totally fine. Like I didn't even like nothing really happened, and then the next time there was a lot of brain fog. Like that's also odd too, towards like each different time is different.
I just saw a video yesterday on my FYP and I watched the whole thing because I was thinking that maybe she'd kind of like get to the point, but she was too caught up in, and I don't have a name for it, but the person was too caught up in the fact that they were like apologizing for being wrong. She held up like a poster of herself and she's like, a couple of years ago, I was very much about, like they're putting chemicals in our food, and we need to go all natural and we need to go vegan, and that's the way to do it, and these certain grains and whatever. And she goes, that's like it's like the loudest people are not actually the experts on the thing, is what she said. And her whole thing was like, it's okay to change your viewpoints because she went to school for it. And it's like, she didn't just go to school for nutrition, it was for psychology and like all the different facets that make the chemical reactions inside an individual during that time period. And so I thought she was going to go more into like her studies, but her whole thing was very focused on like, I'm embarrassed that I was so gung-ho the other way. And that it has nothing to do with that. And to back that up, there was a time when my 8-year-old would eat nothing but honey buns for like, I think like a week or two straight. That's all she wanted was honey buns. And I remember doing a video with that, and I was like, and you guys can do it too, like for that exact time, which is, if it's in my high, repeat after me, if it's in my highest good, please show me the nutrients that Casey Ray got out of her 2-week nothing but honey bun feast. And then you'll feel all the nutrients go exactly where she needs in her body.
It's really left side heavy, so that's interesting. So she was probably left side, whatever that means, deficient, like whatever it means to her.
Yeah.
So, okay, I guess before we go into it too, I remember being told a lot that I needed to go to a nutritionist as I was growing up, because, you know, I was just so overweight and it was just so terrible. So whenever I would go to these nutritionists, I would question them and question them and question them. And then they would end up telling me to just read a book about it. They would be like, have you tried the paleo? And that's like where you just eat meat. And I was like, yeah, you know what's crazy is like, you know, people that are working with me right now, they do this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, but they can't seem to sustain it. It's really odd. They can't seem to stay on it, and then they end up gaining it back. So what do you do for that? And then they would just give me more examples. And I was like, so what do you do? And they were like, well, you know, I watch what I eat. And I said, I do too. That's insane. I can't stop. I can't stop eating. And they're like, you just know. And I said, I do not. So, for the people that don't, and, they eat, whatever, you know, like I tried to go like vegan or whatever. And I was like, I tried to do that and I just couldn't sustain it. So what do I do then? Am I just going to gain it back every time? And then they would just get so fed up with my questions that they would refer me to a book that said the same thing. Never sustainable. So again, it's all about healing the thing. Figuring out how you work. Oh, go ahead.
My kids, when I was the type of parent that would like I cooked this meal and this is what's for dinner and you're going to eat this and you need to sit and eat everything. Because I kind of feel like the majority of people, I mean, if I went through it, I think the majority of people go through that kind of parenting where they think that they need to, like they're worried about the nutritional value of things. That was weird. And it wasn't till I realized that what I was doing was like I was really upset about the time and energy that I put into the food. It wasn't about them eating at all, so it wasn't about their health or their care. It was literally my stuff that I was focused on, my time, my energy. Releasing that, and I don't mean like letting go. I mean like healing it and figuring out that it was me that I needed to work on. It had nothing to do with me actually caring about their dietary ways. It was about me trying to be the best parent or whatever the fuck. It loosened it up to where my kids now have a really good relationship with food. And when I'm saying a really good relationship with food, they know when they're hungry, when they're not, what they want to eat, how much of it they want to eat, and they're not afraid to throw things away, and they're not afraid to put a bigger the right portion on their plate. They know that at age 17, 12, and 8. They know if they don't want to eat at all that day. They know if they want to eat a lot. They know if they go to a restaurant, if they want to have a steak. They know if they want to have mozzarella sticks. They know if they want to have a salad. They know if they want to have a pizza. They don't do any extra like exercise. And we don't even talk or comment on weight in our house. It just doesn't come up except when we're talking to you guys. It is that they're not large, like, and they don't feel weird in their body. They have dysphoria, but that's because of gender stuff sometimes. But when it comes to weight, they don't.
I remember never questioning it, and then all of a sudden, I always questioned it because I knew that I was in their heads, in the non-chosen family's heads. I knew that I was bigger, and I should feel bad for it. And you go back and look at like pictures. I was not bigger. They just deemed me that way. So another thing about that is are you unsure because you were always like gaslit about your choices, the things that you wanted, the things that you wanted to eat growing up, the things that, again, very, very important to go back and heal this shit, to go back and heal the root of it, to figure out and untangle the emotions behind it. Even if you get like weight loss surgery, it's not going to matter if you don't get to the reason why. Being okay, I had to heal being okay throwing food away. I had to be okay with tasting different foods at the same time. I had to be okay with a lot of shit before I was okay eating what I want.
I remember when Kate first moved here, she had already started developing understanding of who Kate is and her relationship with food and her enjoyment of it. Like she knew she really liked soups. She knew she really liked these other flavors. She knew that her way of showing love was to cook for people. Her significant other has a relationship with food. So her viewpoint on it expanded. But for the most part, her relationship with food was eat to sustain almost. Like it is, okay, it is breakfast time. I am supposed to eat. I eat this. And then she would just swallow it down. I mean, literally did not chew. And then lunchtime, it was very linked to time and it was very linked to I am supposed to. And that's why soup was like her favorite food, is because she did not even realize until about 4 or 5 years ago that she was not chewing. She didn't know because she didn't need to know, because if it wasn't for other people, she wouldn't have thought about food in any other way than this is what I eat and I eat it right now because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Food was useless to me growing up. I would not eat for a few days, and that was wrong. That was also wrong. And then I would eat, and that was wrong.
According to someone else.
Yes. So in quotes. So nothing I could do anyway was correct. So nobody sure as fuck showed me how to eat anyway. So it was just kind of like, I don't know. I'm not doing it right, and I'm not doing it right this way. I'm not doing it right that way. So I'm just gonna, I don't know. So also that healing and relearning, remembering, all that kind of stuff.
Earlier in the chat, Dixie Rect said, does it affect my kids because I talk about my own weight? I don't bring up theirs, but I talk about mine often. And I said, yes. I nodded and I said I would touch base on it.
Okay.
I used to get really, really frustrated with my ex-husband, who was my husband at the time, and his mother, because they would look in the mirror and they would talk about their own weight and their own hair or whatever. When you talk about your own, it makes a child go, if something's wrong with her, is something wrong with me? It's almost like I didn't know it was an option to like, I didn't know it was an option is a phrase I get from Kate, because people would say stuff to her like, don't do this or don't do that. And then she'd be like, that's an option. I'm allowed to do that. They would not naturally think about their weight at all. But if you're talking about your weight or your physique, they're going to look at theirs because they don't really like that's, I don't know. It makes them like self-reflect in a way.
It's like also people do that. Like that's a thing that's normal. Oh, should I be doing that?
Especially since people, if no adults did that, at all, it would stop completely because kids don't talk about that. So the only way that it continues in society is the adults doing it for themselves or for them.
And then with like Asperger's, the spectrum that I went through was like, I never thought about it. Even when I had weight loss surgery, it was because I was tipping planes on their backs, and it was like, oh, I should probably weigh less. The body thing did not occur to me. They wanted me to look a certain way so they could put me in pictures. So I guess the other end of the spectrum on that is.
But even when they put her in pictures, she'd be like over to the side in the back, just standing there. So
I didn't want to take a picture. That's really weird that you're wanting me to take a picture and then not telling me anything after that.
My family would, like, my aunts, my uncles, my well, not my uncles. Maybe they would. Yeah. On my father's side, my extended family, and that went into my core household family that I grew up in. They only told anybody they looked good if they had lost weight. If they lost a significant amount of weight, they would go, oh my God, you look so good. If you didn't lose weight, they would go, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Your hair's so cute. You look so good meant you lost weight. So if you wanted that compliment, that's what you would have to do before you went to the family thing.
Hell yeah. And then also on the other end of, Liana was saying something about how like, or Marisol, the adults in my family would say, be grateful you have food because others don't have any. Food was not allowed to be kept in my house because they had eating disorders. So we were not allowed to have food in the house. So good luck finding any fucking food. Too bad. And then when there was food, you wanted to eat all of it because there was fucking food in the house.
Yeah. When Ben's kids came to visit, and I went to Sam's Club and it was gone in like 3 days, like fucking. And then the next time they visited, I started hiding stuff in a closet and brought it up like throughout the visit, but it still went pretty fast. And it was just because it was like, oh my God, food. That thing about like your parents saying like like eat this because there's other people starving. I did that. It's something that I healed. It's something that was like, this is a parent thing to do. Again, I didn't realize I was pissed that I was about the time and the energy spent on making the food. I literally put on YouTube videos of children in Africa. I did that before I healed that shit. So I am not condoning it by any means. I healed a lot, but like, yeah, but your parents probably had the same thing that I had, which was upset about time and energy put into it, the time and energy to buy the food, the time and energy to make the food, and then everybody sitting together, and then it wasn't working out the way their expectations were. And so they went to that which is in their back pocket, which there's more people starving in America than there are in Africa. But anyway.
So it's really interesting too, because like, is you eating gonna feed the starving people? Like, it was one of those things, again, on the spectrum where I was just like, they must be telling a story. They must be telling me a story, and I'm just not understanding the story. Like, starving kids in Africa who want this food, and I'm like, there is a story. Like, they're about to tell me a story, and it was almost like the story never got finished. So just on the other end of that, it was like, yeah.
I think it's interesting that like your family had like eating issues, right? So they didn't keep food in the house, where like my ex-husband's family had eating issues, so they wanted to feed the other people.
Yeah.
Like that thing.
Crazy lady did too. She would get two refrigerators full of food and then let it go bad. And then if you didn't eat, so she could not eat, it was also fuck you. Like she would make everyone else eat so nobody would notice that she wasn't eating. And then if you didn't, it was fuck you. So also that. So whatever the fuck that is, I guess we're like untangling it.
Why are you beating yourself up? Don't beat yourself up. Not you, Kate. Dixie. This is sometimes I hear respect and I'm like, damn, I don't use logical thinking enough. There's no such thing as that. It's just channeled stuff and then healing certain things and then unlock certain things. It has nothing to do with intelligence at all.
And then what's your definition of logical too? Like the stuff that we're saying? What's logical? It's healed. That's why.
I think it was the part about like where she comments on her weight a lot, and she makes sure she doesn't comment on theirs and stuff. And because I didn't do it, she was like, oh my God, that was logical. But I also just said that I also used to show them videos of people starving. That wasn't very logical, if you want to put the logical word on it. It was just unhealed trauma and a reaction to it. So instead of beating yourself up, you go in and look at, why do I say that out loud? Like, what am I doing? What am I trying to do? Because I know you're not trying to harm your children. You're not trying to traumatize anybody. You're not trying to make them look at their own body, right? So why are you doing it? What's the point? What does it do for you to say it out loud?
So whom the hell said I have been bad with stockpiling food because we haven't had money all the time? So I would stockpile food even when all we could have was spaghetti. And I was stockpiling cans. And I would stockpile spaghetti noodles and stockpile things that I would never eat. Like
she would never eat
food.
Them.
Dried fucking Augustin Farms food, those big buckets. I would stockpile those. Tasted like
she's not a doomsday prepper either.
No. So turns out I had a bunch of lives where I was a doomsday prepper and a hoarder and famine.
With her significant other too.
Yes. Yes. So he had the same shit where we were like, we have to be surrounded by food. We have to be surrounded by food so we know that we have food. So we don't go, insane thinking that we don't have food. So it all comes back full circle. Yeah, you dabbled in the prepping? Yeah, I did too. And then I ate the food. I ate the prepping food, and I was like, okay, this is god awful. And then Hella Boyd said, I stress myself out because I get hungry, but I don't feel like eating because I don't know what I want. If what I want is not available, then I do not. I do not eat.
Stress is unnecessary. Sometimes you can actually tell whichever form of you needs to eat this hunger, or like whatever you're hungry for, that feeling. You can literally, like if any of you are hungry right now, you can say, please feed this to this, whatever I'm hungry about. Please feed this to whichever form of me eats it for fuel, and that'll take care of it.
Please feed this to whatever form of me eats it for fuel.
And then it just kind of goes away.
Looks like a washing machine. Hell yeah. Okay. Jojo said, I feel that I struggled a lot with throwing out food and keeping stuff just in case. Same. Those times never came. I continued to.
I'm trying to figure out if I did I just not have like a doomsday life, or like a hoarder life, or a bunker life.
You were a pirate a lot.
So I didn't keep any food.
Yeah, I guess you didn't have the.
I kind of just felt. I think I always just feel like if I need it, I have it. If I want it, I get it. Because I remember my ex-husband being like, I didn't know that empty cabinets and empty cupboards was fine, was okay to do. And I'm like, well, yeah, we only eat this certain food or this certain food. Like, why would I buy multiple of it? It's going to go bad. And I remember my sister moving out for the first time, and she had checks bounce at the grocery store because she only knew to shop for families of 5. She bought what was in our fridge at home, and it wasn't even food she ate. And I guess that's just like I don't know. I didn't have that. I just was able, like, portion sizing of how many people are going to eat, what are they going to eat? Is that like a gyroscope thing that I have set up? Like, why do I have that?
Was that after the restaurant or before the restaurant?
I think I've always had it, but I did not cook until I had kids.
Okay.
But I think I always knew the portions of stuff, of what people wanted to eat and what they could eat and what was too much. And I was okay to not finish the food on my plate. And I was okay at, like, when I went grocery shopping, what was going to go bad and what wasn't going to go bad. I was able. So is that just not having one of those lives, or is that a gyroscope thing? What is that?
So as I'm dissecting it, I'm like, okay, I knew those things. I hated going to the store. So I would buy everything and stockpile it and then not eat it. I hated going to the store so much that food would go bad. So is it like the thing is here and then everybody else's idea of what everything, I mean, yeah, of what it is.
But I had that one time that we had to do the healings where I was like, I am purchasing more than I need right now. Like backup of Gatorade or backup of soda or backup of plates. And I had never done that before, to have like a backup. But it only got as far as like, say we were on a thing of paper plates and I was like, we don't have one backed up. So I'm going to get one back up. And then when that would move in, I would buy another 4 back up, one. Yeah. I was still able to do that. I just couldn't, but I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have extra food sitting, but nothing went bad.
I feel like what I'm saying, like everybody has this thing, and so everybody activate their own versions of that.
Of what?
Because whatever that is, everybody has that thing to know what they need. And then they go, I need more because X, Y, Z. I need less.
Oh, because of the past lives or because of what the trauma or because of whatever. So they have the thing. They need to activate it. Whatever it is where you went like this, that's the thing.
It feels like a stack of paper plates. It looks like a stack of paper plates. Whatever the stack of paper plates is.
Oh, I guess because that's a measurement. That's a visual measurement. And then that would be like for food and serving size.
So activate the stack of paper plates healings to me conducive, because I know how much it is. And I still go, what if they want more? What if everybody's more hungrier what if I don't do it right? What if it's been, a lot of that's been healed. But.
Yes, it is. And also because the other side of that is when she would make a portion that was like more to make sure everybody had more, she had a partner who didn't let food waste. So he would overeat so that food wouldn't get thrown away. And she would over prepare so that everybody had enough.
So it's very like still trauma.
Oh, okay. Whom the hell said military prepping, saying 2 is 1 and 1 is none. That's a backup of.
Oh, I still don't like to run out of things. I don't like it.
I don't freak out about it. I don't think I've ever been in a place in my life where I felt comfortable spending on more just to have a backup. Like, I think the majority of stuff before I healed any of my financial stuff, I remember going to the grocery store and I would pay with my debit card and then I would run to get cash and deposit it into my bank so that my debit card wouldn't bounce or whatever the fuck, because you had that day to do it. Because I don't know. I didn't pay half cash. I didn't pay whatever. I don't know what that was, but I remember that. I don't know where I was going with this.
I'm not sure either. I'm trying to be like, yes.
Yes. Oh, I didn't have any stocked up. It kind of reminds me of when I started to heal the things about money that I was able to cross all bills off the month.
Okay.
Because that was a goal of mine. I was like, wouldn't that be fucking great if I could cross all bills off the month before the calendar turned? And I had to figure out how to pay things early instead of late, one bill at a time. And then once I figured that out, I was able to apply it to other things in my life, like cups or plates or condiments or whatever.
I did not like replenish. That was before I healed it. I did not like. I got really fucking upset when I would run out of things. Like I would buy like, I don't know, a 20 pack of paper towels, and then if it took a year to use those paper towels, I'd be like, fuck. Oh my god, I get so mad. I get so mad. Chicken broth, things like that, like a 6-pack of chicken broth. And when I finally ran out of it a year later, I'd be like, oh my fucking god.
Okay, so that makes sense to me, because if you do too much, because that has to go with this, like having just 2 or like having 1 backup or whatever. Because if you have so much, there's not a gauge in your brain of when it's going to run out. And so it's not expected. It's a jump scare. And then you'd be like, I should have known. I should have known I was about to run out.
I should have bought more. And I'll know. Like, you could clearly see that there's 1 more roll left. You could clearly see that there's 1 broth left. And then even still, I'd be like, I have to fucking buy more. Yeah, it was all those, like, quarter lives and being okay with being okay, if that makes any sense. Angel said that makes a lot of sense for me too. Okay, so like weight and how your body works with it individually
is all of this. I'm just saying that all the stuff we're talking about has to do with the food itself.
So like, I don't know, if you're eating and eating and eating and you feel like you cannot stop, like I remember mine, I would have to eat all of the groceries. Like I could have bought like $200 worth of groceries and I had to sit there and eat all of it. And it's like, do you have something about a contract with eating everything, or eating the waste, or just a soul contract with food, eating food? How did you heal being okay with being okay?
You, Kate.
Yeah.
It was layers.
It's all of it, everything that I've talked about. It's like, it's all
so
of
one
picture.
Of the things that was really interesting is we were on a car ride, like a halfway meeting point about an hour away. We were like picking up or dropping off one of my kids. And I remember we went into the gas station and she got a salad and she was just like, oh my God, this salad is so fucking good. Like she was like, God damn, this salad's so good. And I was like, do you have a kink? Like a food kink about like enjoying the food? And that was the first time she had heard someone say kink in that way. And she was like, like basically like, I don't want to fuck this salad, Kat. So like, no. And I was like, no, it's not sexual at all. It's just your reaction to it is like salivating, like this is the best fucking thing you've ever fucking had. And then I remember that's when we started to look at the, like, you as a kid going into Weight Watchers and shit.
Yeah.
I have a whole series on that one. I think it's in the Kate and Kat folder, but yeah, that was a good thing there. But there was something about enjoying food. There was other things about time of day that she needed to heal when it came to food. Chewing was a big thing she healed when it came to food. Past lives where she was in a bunker saving canned food, doomsday prepping, even times of absolute destruction, and she had to survive on canned foods and stuff. What else?
Also, it's like getting people off of you, like their opinions and their weird shit. Like I would get put on diet pills and nothing would change. In fact, I would gain weight, and then they would be like, "Well, you're on the pill, so like you have to follow the pills." And I'd be like, "I don't know what the fuck that means." Or they'd put me on Weight Watchers, and they were like, "Okay, you're gonna have to do all liquid for 48 hours." And I was like, "I get to fucking drink orange juice for 48 hours? Fuck yeah!" And then I went back after 48 hours, and they're like, "You're gonna have to have solid food." And I was like, "But I want to drink orange juice." You can't do that. So no matter what I did, it was wrong, wrong, wrong. So that's what led to a lot of this traumatic shit. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do, it's gonna be wrong anyway. Like it's gonna be not correct. It's gonna be whatever, whatever. When it's like I could have lived off of liquid the rest of my life. I could have fucking liquid orange juice with vitamins in it, bitch, and you're telling me that's fine? Oh, like that could have been so fine. And then all of their weird adult fetishes with making kids lose weight, that could have been satisfied.
I hated mushrooms when I was younger. This was a weird thing that we healed. I hated mushrooms, and I didn't know why I hated mushrooms, but I knew I needed to heal that. Seafood I understood and cantaloupe and honeydew I understood because I had a past life as a pirate where I was stranded on an island and everybody died but me. So I didn't want to eat cantaloupe, honeydew, or seafood because that's all I had to eat there. I mean, fucking makes sense, you know? But I did not like mushrooms, and we healed it, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with mushrooms every once in a while. I don't choose it necessarily, but I'm not like picking it off. I'll eat them. I'm not like completely disgusted. And then I remember that was like a year or two ago, and it was a couple of months ago. I was like, hey, Kate, why the fuck did I love broccoli so much as a kid? Like I loved cooked broccoli, like hella loved it. And she's like, it's something about the tree part, like a brush, like it's brushing stuff. And then it clicked. So the mushrooms that I didn't like, because we've also healed other layers of holding family trauma in your mouth. People hold family trauma in their mouth. Side note, that's also why it hurts you when you hear people eating, is because they have unhealed trauma and you're hearing them transmute it, but they're not doing anything about the trauma. So that's why it hurts you guys so much to hear people eating. That's another interesting thing. But that broccoli that I loved so much was cleaning the trauma. It was scrubbing the trauma from my mouth so I didn't have to hold on to it. And the mushrooms would increase the growth of it like fungus. Oh, okay, so going into the ear tongue thing and the like hearing people eat real quick. So I I thought that I just couldn't be around people when they were eating, right? I had that. That's a very common thing for people. I started to get kind of sad because my friend group, we'd eat together, 4 chairs in a room, no table, swing chairs, kind of like the one Kate has right now in our little friend room in our kitchen. And I couldn't stand to eat I couldn't stand to hear Shaden and Ben eating. I couldn't fucking stand it. And I was like, this is a typical thing for me. I just don't like that. But I could hear Kate eat. And then I was like, wait, how come it doesn't bother me when you eat? Is it because I like you a lot? Is it because, X, Y, and Z, whatever the fuck? And it was literally because when trauma comes up for Kate, she assesses it, looks at it, and heals it. And then it was like, fuck, so what don't I like about them eating? And it was, they have trauma. They don't know they do. It's they're biting their tongue. They're holding it back. They're shoving it down. They're not talking. They're not assessing. They're not dealing with their trauma. So when they're eating, you're hearing it transmute. And that's where the ear tongues came in. And my ear tongues were trying to help, just like a tongue in a mouth would try to help someone when something is stuck in their teeth, and it would hurt me. And I didn't want to make them go or get mad at them. That was another layer. I wanted to heal why I can't just let them exist and be themselves. Kate wasn't bothered by it. She's a seer, not a feeler. She could look at it. She could look at it and see, but she wasn't trying to look at all that. So she was like, you have to draw our attention to something for us to go, oh, yeah, I think it's this. So I clean off my ear tongues, but also the guys, they've stepped their pussy up. They heal. I'm not bothered by them eating at all anymore. Not in the least.
And then your favorite foods, just like Kat said with the broccoli, why are they your favorite foods? Soup was my favorite because it didn't hurt to eat soup. So it's like, yeah, that makes sense because you don't have to really chew soup. I mean, you chew it, but like.
Also, another reason that you like soup, I think, is you like all the flavors at one time.
Fuck yeah. It's so good.
She will take a little cup and she'll have whatever, if there was an appetizer and a soup and then a meal and then whatever, just all in one cup. Hell yeah, let's go.
And if it's layered, bitch, and I could taste everything with
Not
a
me.
layer.
I fucking hate that shit. I want everything separated. I want to taste and experience. Like I'll be like, hey, is there sour cream on this, guys? And they're like, oh yeah, it's mixed in. And I'm like, can I have some on top by itself, sitting on top? Thank you. I want to experience the thing in its pure form.
To experience the creme. Yeah.
I used to have multiple drinks at once, options. Like I remember going into Denny's and ordering orange juice, Sprite, and coffee, or like a cappuccino, Sprite, and orange juice at the same time. I used to love that. I don't do that anymore though.
Oh, I do be doing that at work, or I did be doing that at work. I would have water and then an energy drink and then Gatorade, maybe? Yeah.
Like at the same time?
Yeah. I would be carrying them. What
does that mean then? If it's coming up.
I wanted different things for different things. I wanted water for, I don't know, like hydration. And energy drink was energy drink, but they weren't open. So like energy drink was for energy drink. And then like the Gatorade was for.
Yeah,
like,
Sarah Abby said, I thought having 4 drinks was just adulting. And she owns her own restaurant.
Oh. No, I had the Gatorade for, I don't know, I was like cramping in my legs. My legs be cramping. Adulting how?
A lot of you have multiple drinks at one time. I do not. So I go like, a drink would be nice. And then I go, I am eating, so I would like a Sprite with this. And then I go, I'm doing a live. I would like a water. And so I have just a water. And if I'm eating, I have just a Sprite. And I go, before I healed the caffeine stuff that was in a guided adventure thing, I would be like, it is morning time. I would like to have a coffee, or I would like to have a Red Bull, and no other drink would make sense to me. Now, if I'm like, a little caffeine would be good, instead I go, maybe I just need electrolytes, and I have a Gatorade. I don't have multiple drinks at once.
Yep. I think I stopped that probably about 2 years ago. I don't know what the fuck was healed with it. Well, no, in the mornings I do water and Gatorade and energy drink. Okay. Yeah. Just that, but I don't carry it around. Yeah. One is for caffeine, hydration, and then electrolytes.
Why do so many people like to they're drinking them open. They're taking sip out of one, sip out of one, sip out of one.
Oh.
That's the multiple people in the comments. That's what they do.
A different drink for different reasons. Kim,
Yeah,
so I
Marjorie
like
said I just saw a
carbonation.
video for triple cup of different drinks at once. Didn't understand it correct. I would be like, why? Maybe the slushies, if they had different flavors of slushies, I would understand that.
Feisty said kind of like multiple vitamins, maybe, but with drinks. What are they doing for y'all though?
Yeah, what is
Like
the like
energetically.
energetically?
Yeah.
What is it doing for you? So Kate has them near, but she doesn't have them all open.
No.
I drink one drink at a time. Kate drinks one drink at a time.
And when I'm eating, I don't like to drink, but like if I'm out at a restaurant, I will, but I don't like to.
Maybe if we look at me when I had the 3 drinks at one time, we could figure out what it's doing for them. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to merge in with the version of me that would used to go to Denny's that would have the Sprite, the orange juice, and the coffee.
Marisol said, for me, it was like a soda because I like the taste. Yeah, but that's not energetic.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out the reason behind the mannerisms, the habits, the food intake. Because if you figure out why your machine does what it does, like it's like going to a coffee machine and being like, I want a cappuccino. Why can't I have a cappuccino with this? And it's like, well, it's not espresso beans. You're not heating up the milk. There's all these other reasons. And then once you figure that out, you're like, oh, okay. Well, what if I heat the milk up over here and I use just regular coffee? Can I still have a cappuccino? It's like, yeah, it's not going to be like an espresso one, but you still can. So figuring out why we do what we do and what it does energetically for us, it puts you in control of yourself, which puts you in control of your eating, which puts you in control of your dietary vitamins and all of that. You understand your mind, why it works, and the energy and all of that.
Okay, so I think it's everybody's levels. So like whatever is deficit in the level, it's kind of like how we have like the health bar, whatever bar, like energetic health bar, energetic bar.
Stamina,
it's like yeah,
all that, yeah.
it's the levels, and it's almost like sleep deprives like some of the levels. So when you wake up, some of them are out of whack, and so drinking puts it wherever it needs to go. And then throughout the day, it's like a supplement in a way.
What did I heal to streamline that?
Something about feet? Your divine shoes, maybe? Huh.
Because it's not sensory knob room. It's not, I know I have put my levels back to balance divine working order. That's iron, that's electrolytes, that's whatever vitamins. Put my levels.
It's something about feet.
What did we just heal recently about my toes?
Oh, the bending of the toes?
Yeah.
Somebody stopped you mid coding of it. Mid electronically coding of it.
Then I feel that's what it is.
Okay.
But I applied it back then.
Okay. So everyone, let's look at the electronic coding of your feet. I know that's going to be weird, but it is literally the basis and foundation.
So you're going to say, please show me the electronic coding of my feet. It's making people wiggle their toes and their feet sweat.
Please merge me with this and exchange me information. What are y'all wanting?
At the earliest point possible.
Yeah, what are y'all wanting? Like, I don't know, do y'all want to stop with the drinks or just kind of put it back to balanced fine working order, or put it to where it's supposed to be where you're at now?
Put it to where they're supposed to be right now, where they are right now, because it's like they're not trying to stop doing that. Yeah. But if it's doing something that, like if they could benefit from it not being that way, then hell yeah, change it or fix it or heal it or whatever. But if we heal it and it doesn't do shit and they still like the 3 beverages, then hell yeah, 3 beverages. Yeah. Like I know that someone like my son Chris, who's 17, he doesn't like to heal certain things like this because he enjoys the quirkiness and the weirdness of being so unique. So if you want that, then I don't recommend healing it, because you're going to heal when you heal, even though everything we heal, we're like, hell yeah, God, life is so much better.
I still even drink energy drinks, so it was cut in half, but like still. So please update and upgrade, rebirth and regrow, and redefine the parameters of the coating of my feet conducive. It is like traveling upwards.
Yeah, it's going all the way up. It's in my lower back now.
It's like below my eyes.
It's going all the way up. Does this have anything to do with people being newborn and getting a lot of people being newborn? Not everybody, of course, and being taken in to get shots and stuff in the bottom of their feet when they're born?
What? I didn't know you get shots in the bottom of your feet. I know my feet got hit a lot when I was newborn.
My foot, dude, Chris was playing Roblox with us, and then when he was done, he was like, he took my phone because he borrowed it, my other one, and he just went bam on my fucking foot. Like it was under a blanket. And remember, I had that thing where my kid, like everybody in my house, do you remember that? Probably not. Everybody in my house would hit my feet constantly.
Oh yeah.
I would tuck my feet under, have my feet out. It didn't matter. They always fucking hit my feet. And I was like, what the fuck is with you guys in my fucking feet?
Would they jump on them, or was that my own?
Yeah. Everything.
I know that
anything
my big toe nail, because people would hit it so much, it had a crack in it, like real fucking long, all the way split down the middle.
Jesus.
Fucking, it was horrendous. It was only the big toe too, so that's probably has something to do with this.
They're saying they also get blood samples from newborns through their feet.
What?
And I remember when I was helping people, like it was one of the first people I did this with, and then I realized you could do it with everybody, is like when their system was all clogged up, like if their chakras, that's what I used to like work on the most. I would have them pull that cork out of the top of the head. And the cork is for everybody. It's at the top of the head, and it's like a rubber stopper. It doesn't come all the way out. It just goes up like one of those water bottles that you would get from the store, like a sports bottle from the gas station, like one of those kind of tops. But it's a rubber stopper, and it comes up. There's one in the top of the head. There's one in the arch of each foot, and there's one in the palm of your hands, and there's one on each fingertip. Not on the toes, though. I don't know fucking why. And then you pull those out and then flush your system, and everything runs through you energetically, and it straightens it out. And run it twice, and it's really good.
Hell yeah.
But
do that shit.
But I just didn't know about the coating on the feet or what it's for. Also, I remember like back in 2019 or 2020 when we were talking about, like, we were looking at feet or something, and I was like, I don't remember what it was. And you were like, yeah, your shielding doesn't go around your feet. I guess nobody's does or something. Like your feet hung out of it or some shit.
Oh.
I don't remember what the fuck we were looking at, though. Because I was like, how do they get in my shielding? How are they getting in? And you're like, your feet are sticking out of your shielding. And I was like, is it because I like to sleep with my feet out of the blanket? And you're like, no.
They just be fucking hanging out. But Des said my non-chosen family was big on the women of our family had big wide feet. What the fuck? They just be having them? Like
they were focused on flat feet in my family. Because they thought, they were like, are you going to be flat-footed like so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, nope, she got that arch.
Huh.
This has to do, well, I mean, in, whatchamacallit, in the fucking Asian culture where they stick the needles or whatever.
Oh, and they make them really scrunch?
Acupuncture.
Oh.
No, not the wrapping, the needles. Okay. Like, there's points in the feet that, I mean, they're coating. That's what they're doing with the needles.
So, what, activate your own acupuncture healing or coding healings to this conducive?
I would say coding healings, right?
Yeah. Mine was all about bent toes. They were like, look, my toes are all bent, and all their toes were bent. They're like, I hope you don't get bent toes. And they were like that.
And what came up the other day is how like I hated seeing people curl their feet or their toes or whatever because my toes don't curl.
Mm-hmm.
Like to curl them, I could literally put it on the screen and show you, but I'm not going. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, do I? No, girl, don't. And I'm like, I was just thinking about it. I wasn't gonna do it.
Oh, no, good girl. I was thinking about it.
But it would freak me out to watch people curl their toes because everybody else could and I couldn't. And like Kate was like, it was some random ass fucking thing, and she was like, "Is that why your toes don't curl?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like we were in the car, and she was like, "I don't know. They showed me your toes, bitch." Fuck.
I just got it. I don't know. It's just a ding. Okay. Hello Void says, I remember people being like, if you have these types of toes, you're descended from this place. Like a planet or something? Or
No, probably like a region in the world.
Oh, country. Okay, got it. Hell yeah. I gotta put the puzzle piece in, y'all. It's on a deer. Okay.
If you go live and you stay live for like an hour, it will like make you say that you're still active. So she has to slide a puzzle piece in case you don't go live ever on TikTok.
Salky said, oh yeah, I have bunions and I keep getting pressure to get surgery. But LOL, but I don't care, just comfy shoes. Oh, Greek toes, Roman toes. I have heard that. Like if they're long or whatever.
I haven't.
Okay. I don't know, bunions.
My family was focused on pianist fingers. Like when I was really young, they were like, oh my God, you have the longest fingers, you're going to be a pianist. And then they put me in piano classes and I was like, there's homework in this shit? Fuck that. And I didn't do it anymore. And then like, I remember one day people just stopped talking about my hands and how lovely my fingers were because I have small ass fucking hand, like really small hands. And I was just like, they just stopped telling me how pretty my hands were.
Okay.
That's so weird.
On the other side of that, I would always get commented on my basketball hands, my basketball playing hands, my sports hands, because they were all star athletes in colleges and in middle school and all and high school and all that. And so they'd be like, I bet you can pick up a basketball with one hand. I bet you could. And I did. And they were just really excited about my basketball hands.
You don't have them anymore though because you don't like basketball.
Yeah. And so
do we just say we don't want to have that? Because I kind of feel like they complimented my piano hands and I was like, fuck piano, I don't want to play it. And I just like stopped the growth of my fingers. And I feel like you were like, fuck basketball. Like basketball's cool, but not on a team. Fuck you. No. And then you stopped having basketball hands.
Stop telling me how to play basketball. Yeah.
Huh. This all has to do with food intake
absolutely.
And all of it. Like all of it.
Sports, and then because they tie it quote unquote to how active you are, and that's not true either. It's not calories in, calories out.
No, because literally, like if you start working a job, right? Let's say construction workers. I thought about this forever. Construction workers, if they first start, they will drop weight and they will get really muscular, and then all of a sudden it plateaus, and then your body is just used to it. You're not getting rid of calories the same amount at the same amount of speed, so. It has to do with your mentality. It has to do with your energy. It has to do with that. I remember working with I don't want to say their name just in case. I was working with someone and she was like, I get really depressed when I'm not active, like I'm not working out. I get really depressed. And I was like, or do you work out and you're active because you're not depressed? And she was like, wait, what did you just say to me? And I was like, yeah, if you're happy and good, it'll make you want to go out and enjoy life. and maybe go for a run or a walk or whatever because you're happy and good. It's not the opposite way. It's not you're depressed because you're not working out. It's you're not working out because you're depressed.
Ooh. So they do not go hand in hand, and untangle that shit. Like say, please untangle weight from activity, weight from calories.
Yeah, because even the way I said it, you could lock it in, and you don't want to do that. It's just if you're feeling good, you will want to do more things. That's all. And it has nothing to do with the diet. It literally doesn't. Because there are people that have great metabolism. They talk about metabolism too.
Yeah.
But like that are super, super active and can eat whatever they want, but they're living their best lives. They're living their best lives. So of course they can eat whatever they want because they don't have a negative relationship with life, food, and all of that. So it adjusts. I wanted to mention also, I think you were about to say something though, and I know we're at time.
I don't remember. It was something about food.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go into how everybody's like, oh my God, these World Cup people that are exploring the food around America and stuff, and and Mexico and Canada. But they're so excited about all these different places, and they're like, girl, you go in a Waffle House in one day and then Olive Garden at night. You're not gonna be, that's gonna hurt your stomach. No, it's not. They're used to, like, their digestive system breaks down harder fibers. So their stuff is like a stronger muscle. It breaks down harder fibers and harder food. So their bodies are used to that. Plus they're having a fucking fun ass time. Anytime Kate would have people visit from Australia, when they ate a bunch, what did they just needed to.
Oh, nothing. They would eat so much and then they would go home and drink tea for a day and that's it. And they would regulate, like it was just a regulation of how much to eat.
Like their tummies didn't hurt or anything.
No.
It was just like, I am really full. I ate a lot of food. That's it.
No complaints about soreness, stomach soreness. So, yeah. Literally, weight and how your body works with it individually is how you work with it individually.
That's the thing. Selkie said, yeah, I don't do healthy on vacation like it's a part of the experience. And that was my stepfather. Every vacation he took, whether it was at home or anywhere else, would be like, give me another soda, or get me another beer, get me another thing. I'm on vacation. And he would make a big deal about, I'm on vacation. I can eat what I want. It was such a big deal as if he dieted at home, and he didn't, which was so odd to me.
Why not just, it won't be such a big deal if you just exist normally.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have more on vacation and less on blah, blah, blah. Why? It's going to be there no matter what.
I feel like we talked about this in the last one, but since the food is such a prevalent thing, when Kate and Shaden and Ben and I go out to eat, we take turns picking the restaurant. 4 weeks in a month, usually. Each of us pick a restaurant each day, or each week, once a week. But we also check it with everybody else. We look at what's on the menu. We look at the decoration of the place. We look at the seating, if it's inside, outside, does it look comfortable or whatever. We take all of that in consideration, right? So when we go, we sit down and we pick out 2 appetizers. We pick out 2 appetizers that sounds good to everybody, doesn't have seafood on it, because Kate and Shaden aren't a big fan. I'm not a huge fan of seafood. Ben doesn't like certain things. Like he's like, if it has goat cheese, he's a no on that one. So we pick out 2 appetizers for the table, and then we each pick out a meal. Sometimes Kate and I will split a meal if something looks really good, because she doesn't eat big portion sizes. Sometimes we get, if what we want isn't the same thing, we just get whatever the fuck we want. The only time we split it is if we both want the same thing, because sure, why the fuck not? It would be pointless to buy 2 of those, because again, Kate's only going to eat like a quarter of it, if that. And that's because she's had surgery on her stomach and she can't eat it. So it's not like a diet thing. And then when everybody gets their food, we take a bite of our food, and then we all offer it to the other person, and everybody takes a bite of everybody's food that wants it. We all like, hell yeah, give me some of that, give me some of that. And we just enjoy the fuck out of it. We very rarely take to-go boxes home, and we do this once a week. We also split the bill completely in half. So someone might want a beer that week. Someone might only want a soda. Someone might only want to drink water. Someone might want a non-alcoholic specialty drink. We don't pay attention to who has what. And we have like, maybe there's a good as fuck dessert. If there's desserts on display, that will win Kate. She loves a little display. Like, hell yeah.
Tell me all the things with my
So
eyes.
we don't worry about it. We're not too full. And then each of us at night, like we might eat something that night as a couple, like in our own houses, or we might not. And that's, our budget's good, our meal intake, our calorie intake, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Everything is good because we're having experiences. And it's just like, yeah, we tried doing other stuff for date day, but we always ended up just going to a restaurant also. So we were like, let's just go to a restaurant. Hell yeah. Like we live in the Tampa Bay area. So there's like lots of different cultures. So that's kind of cool. But like, yeah. Well, we had to heal a lot for sharing.
Yeah.
Queenie Beanie said, sharing is tough for me. We had to heal drinking out of straws or not. We had to heal who picked up the bill. We had to heal that Kate's tongue would sting because of celery, because she's allergic to it, but she didn't know why. It just made her tongue fuzzy. We had to heal why I liked broccoli when I was younger. We had to heal why I didn't like mushrooms. We had to heal why Kate and Shaden don't like seafood. We had to heal why sitting in certain chairs at restaurants was a big deal where we sat, the ambiance of it. We had to heal Ben only acting comfortable when he was in a Mexican restaurant. Every other culture, he would shut the fuck down. We had to heal that. We had to heal
Shaden getting too much food and then not saving it for later, but he would think that he would save it for later, but then he didn't, and so he would eat all of it and then want it for later.
We had to heal so much stuff. And we did, and we try to tell you guys everything that we healed about it because our quality of life is worth it.
Yeah. And Perp said I'm throwing away the concept of calories. Yeah, it's one of those things where they put limitations on very normal things and then make you think that it's real through confirmation bias. Because if I were to track my calories like I used to, it would always say that I was in the dangerously low. You cannot survive.
Which she had to do because she was thinking that because she had to heal someone being on her, literally, like telling her all the time she was huge, energetically, like an ex-family member, constantly telling her. So she got a calorie counter app just to be like, okay, I need to see. I need to see how much I'm over consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't.
And it would be like, you're danger, danger. And I'd be like, I don't understand. This is fake. And so I kept using it. Because I was like, one of these times I will do it. And I even talked about it on TikTok. I made a video about it. So I was like, if you're having trouble with this and you think that you are over consuming, just count it and see if it's working.
So these little phrases, like Marjorie said, hate sitting on higher chairs. What we do is we go, why don't I like sitting on higher chairs? All the time. And when it comes to anything. And it's like, why do I like having a water when I'm on a live? Why does Kate like to rock back and forth in a swing chair on a live? Why do we like using a phone for a mic? Why do we not like we cannot stress this in every live that we have talked to you guys about anything when it comes to us. We ask why.
About everything.
Positive, negative, we want to know why. And it's not just like, because you might get thirsty. It's like, no, what is it energetically fucking doing for me? What am I doing this for? You figure that out and you're going to figure out all of your eating habits, all of the things, all of it. all of it. Why do I like multiple beverages? Why don't I like to drink while I eat? Why do I think that I need to drink so much water that I have clear pee? Why do I like all the fucking things?
Here's another thing that I just got a ding on. After my surgery, they were like, you have to consume a lot of water because your food will get stuck in the stomach. Then I'd be like, oh my God, I don't want any food to get stuck in, so I have to drink this just in case it doesn't fucking get stuck in the stomach. Like, what? How the fuck? You're gonna tell me that your stomach is forever like this big? It's half of a banana, and you're telling me that stuff is gonna get stuck in half a banana when you just chewed it? What the fuck? So yeah, it's just again, stuff like that, addressing your everything. So yeah, this live has been so much fun. Hell yeah. You want to do the close up / sign offs and closing statements on either Kat's page or my page? And then disconnect and stuff like that. This is awesome.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all. And
if you jumped in and you're like, oh my God, I actually fucking wanted to talk about this topic. I wanted to listen to this one. I wanted to whatever. This is a podcast. So it's available next week on Spotify. And then if you want to watch it on YouTube, there will be a link in the Spotify for it. It's on Apple Podcasts too. It's on all the podcast
channels, whatever that's called, platforms. Fuck.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Love
That's
ya.
it.
Don't be disconnect.
Make sure you do the closings and close-ups. You did a lot. Even just talking about the things does a lot. Perspectives are healings, and you did actual healings too. Okay. Bye, guys.
And stuff like that. Bye. Book a dual session with Kate and Kat. Visit either of our websites listed in the description of this video. For a spirit guide reading, you can book with Captain Kate at www.captainkate.com. For a one-on-one trauma healing session with Cat and Boots, you can visit www.catandboots138.com.